Alright, Stalker. Let's turn the Geiger counter up and the sarcasm safety off. Dark humor, a little madness, and a lot of love for people who actually enjoy suffering in video game form. Today, we're talking about Stalker 2, Heart of Chornobyl. Let's clear something up right away. Stalker 2 is an open-world survival shooter, but calling it that is like calling a hurricane bad weather. Yes, it's open world. Yes, it's realistic. But realistic in the sense that your body is fragile, your mind is weaker, and the world does not care about your plans. The zone is not a playground. It's a system designed to test patience, discipline, and ego. And it wins a lot. So imagine this classic Stalker moment. You're exploring the zone. You pop an energy drink to boost that stamina that's always on the low side. Suddenly, a mutant ambushes you. One hit. You're already at 1/4 health. You run. You heal. While running. Because if that bloodsucker gets to you, you're done. Somehow you manage to get your health back to full. Victory, right? Wrong. You jump on a car, trying to get the high ground. Good strategy. Except the car is contaminated with radiation. Now you're dying from radiation poisoning. So, you drink vodka to counter the radiation, because science. Now you're dizzy. You stumble into an anomaly, and there goes your health bar, running on empty as usual. So, you try to heal up, again. And now you're trying to shoot the bloodsucker while you're out of stamina so you can't run. Out of energy drinks, shaking like a mouse on drugs because you had 5 energy drinks earlier. Screen blurry from all that vodka. Your gun jams. You start questioning your life choices. And then a miracle happens. Somehow, you kill the mutant. You feel proud. You feel alive. And that's when a group of NPCs spawns and shoots you right in the face with a shotgun. From 200 meters away. Because reasons. Welcome back, Stalkers. You beautiful, stubborn masochists. Alright, quick check. If you're still watching this, consider subscribing. Real question first. Who hurt you enough that you willingly came back to the zone? Because let's be honest, nobody plays Stalker 2 by accident. This isn't a vacation. This isn't a power fantasy. This is a place where the game looks at you and says, nice gear. Shame if something invisible crushed you. The zone is alive. Not birds and sunshine alive. More like the silence of the walls at night that know your secrets alive. After a second catastrophe, reality in the Chernobyl exclusion zone snaps like a cheap keyboard. Physics takes a smoke break. Time glitches. And the air itself wants you dead. This isn't an open world. It's an open threat. And you step inside anyway. Why? Money? Answers? Curiosity? Or maybe you just enjoy games that punch you in the face and call it atmosphere. Yes, you can die from literally everything. Mutants? Obviously. Other NPC factions? Of course. Your own stupidity? The real endgame boss. And here's the fun part. Most enemies don't even kill you directly. They just help you make bad decisions. You don't just die from gunfights. Oh no, that would be way too simple. The zone gives you 6 million ways to die. Choose one. Jumped from a little too high. Walked into deep water. Ignored untreated wounds. Took radiation like it was a vitamin. Walked into an anomaly. Got stranded outside during an emission storm. Or had a PSI hallucination that shoots real bullets. The zone doesn't hate you, it just doesn't care. Quick question for you. What was the dumbest way you ever died in a Stalker game? No judgment. We've all been there. Stalker doesn't hold your hand. It doesn't flatter you. It doesn't care if you're having a bad day. And that's exactly why it works. Because it respects you enough to let you fail. The zone isn't divided by borders, it's divided by opinions.
What's wrong with you, soldier?
Heavily armed opinions. Loners just want to survive. No ideology, no speeches, just scars and trauma.
Here's the deal, Stalker. Freeze and hand over your coupons.
Bandits believe in shortcuts, mostly through your inventory. Think roadside robbery with zero moral standards. Duty believes the zone is a mistake that must be erased. Very organized, very serious. Zero chill. Freedom believes the zone should be explored and shared. Science, liberty, and questionable life expectancy. The Ward says they bring order.
This is reality!
Which usually means checkpoints, rules, and boots on necks. Mercenaries work for money. Morality sold separately. Scientists want answers. The zone wants sacrifices. You can guess how that ends. And Monolith, they don't argue. They don't negotiate. They just believe and shoot. Now let's talk wildlife. If National Geographic had depression, blind dogs hunt in packs. Of course they do. Snorks leap at you like broken mannequins possessed by regret. Bloodsuckers go invisible because jump scares needed legs. Controllers don't bother with bullets. They just uninstall your sanity. Burr ears throw furniture at you. Poltergeists throw physics out the window. Pseudo-dogs multiply because one nightmare wasn't enough. And Chimera, that's not a fight. That's a scar for life. Each mutant exists to punish a different mistake. Aim, awareness, panic. The zone is an excellent teacher. Brutal, but fair. Eventually. And then there are anomalies. You don't fight them, you negotiate poorly. Invisible gravity traps that turn you into modern art.
What the?
Electric fields that fry you faster than cheap chargers. Gas clouds that politely melt your lungs. Fire jets that teach timing. Radiation that whispers instead of screams. Psychic zones that make you question your life choices mid-step. Anomalies don't chase you. They wait, like debt. Be honest. Do you actually plan your routes, or do you just run and hope the zone feels merciful today? Drop a comment below. At its core, this game isn't about winning. The goal is simple. Loot. Shoot. Explore. And live another day. You hunt for hidden stashes left by other stalkers. You grab better gear. You make the main quest slightly easier. Not easy, just survivable. Gameplay feel. Combat isn't flashy, it's desperate. Ammo is rare, healing is painful. Victory feels like relief, not celebration. The world doesn't revolve around you. Factions fight without you. Mutants roam without permission. You're not special. You're just still alive. For now. You're a stalker, not a hero, not the chosen one. Just a human-shaped question mark with a rifle and bad life decisions. Every step forward feels like gambling with a loaded anomaly. Every bullet matters. Every mistake is permanent. And somehow, that's why it works. If you're still here, seriously, and I thank you. You're exactly the kind of player this game is made for. If you enjoyed this, subscribe and comment. We're giving away 10 prizes once we hit 1,000 subscribers. Everyone who commented has a chance to win. So yeah, stick around.